Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Dwayne Keefe D trial start tomorrow, Monday morning. Sit back. I'm going to bring you into showing you a video about how this whole thing started, the process that took place, and how where we are today. So make sure you pay attention. Do you feel that Keefe D will be convicted or not? Do you think that he should be convicted or not? Do you think they should be able to use his interviews against him or not? Put it in the comments. Let's get this going. Watch the video I'm getting ready to show, and then I'm going to give you my spiel. All right? A whole lot of Jews today, and we're going to talk about how this whole process played out. But here's a video that's going to break down what went on in the case. So I need y'all to watch this. Bear with me. Don't tune out. Let's keep it moving.
Tupac Shakur was a rising giant in the hip-hop world when he was murdered in Las Vegas. But even after his death, his legacy continued on. But the search for those responsible never stopped. It's a case that started in Las Vegas and is ending here with a trial. The connection goes all the way back to 1989, when Dwayne Keefe D. Davis says in his book he met Tupac Shakur for the first time at the Greek Theater in Los Angeles. Davis recalled running into Tupac many times after that. But when Tupac released his hit song California Love, Davis said the lyrics didn't sit right with his gang, the Compton Southside Crips. But Tupac was already a rising star.
I'm gonna give everything I can.
The two wouldn't meet again until 1996. Prosecutors say by then a gang feud from the streets of Compton was already brewing between the Southside Crips and the Mob Peru Bloods, who were affiliated with Death Row Records.
What do y'all remember about when that was brewing? Because I remember when it was real powerful out there. I'm talking about with the pot rules. That's when I first heard about the pot rules. Yeah, call me lame or whatever. You know what I mean? But the Southside Crips was representing it now. Let's keep it moving.
The record company representing Tupac and owned by Suge Knight. September 7th, 1996. The Mike Tyson fight at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas had just wrapped up. Tupac was there with his crew, and Davis was there with his.
Hey, yo, you know what's crazy? I'm going to tell you a little story. Got to take you on a ride. They just showed him, I think, in Holyfield. But the night of the fight, it was Bruce Sheldon. I was locked up with Bruce Sheldon back in 1987 in Annandale, New Jersey. I was in Cottage 1, Cottage 10. Down in the back, they sent me up to Stokes Forest. It was whack. I threw my stuff at the correction officers and told them, take me back to the prison. I can't deal with this. They had a police that used to sit there, and it was a dormitory. So when everybody's laying down at the end of the night, when the lights go out, you laying in a bunk and you talking to your neighbor and you try and get a bunk next to a dude that you could talk to and vibe with. They tell you that you're not allowed to talk after 10 o'clock when the lights go out so everybody could get up, because some people get up at 5 in the morning. So now they had this one police that used to walk around, and he'll hold his keys so they don't make no noise. Because every time they walk, if they don't hold the keys, you'll hear the keys jingling. When you hear that, you know police is coming, so you know to put away what you're doing and stop doing what you're doing. But this one police used to just hold the keys, you know, in his hands, and he'll sneak up. And if you were talking to somebody, he'd be like, you got an incident report, extra duty tomorrow. Like, man, I'm not doing no extra duty. I'm in my bed and I'm talking and you talking trash. And he's like, that's what it is. Man, he gave me extra duty. Next day, I ain't do nothing. Then, you know, they left it alone. And then the next night, he came, did it again. Extra duty, didn't do nothing. Same thing. Then now they threatening me with sending me back down to the prison in Annandale. Because that was the extension of Annandale. You know, they've been in Annandale. Put it in the comments. I grabbed all my property and I just threw it at the desk and I told them, man, take me back to Annandale. That's when they took me back and put me in Cottage 1. Cottage 1 back then in 87 was the SHU, Special Housing Unit. 23 hours. Matter of fact, it was 24 hours a day lockdown, because back in 87, they wasn't giving no rec from Cottage 1. Huh, that I remember. I know they didn't give me no rank. I was there with my man Mike Atterbury, Jeff Whitaker, Eric Brewington, Van Cleve, Big Lip, that's his name, Lip from the Bronx. Brother Poon, rest in peace to Lip. For those of y'all from the Bronx know who Lip is, but all of us was locked up out there in Annandale. I just left Joe Pratt and Big Dietrich from up in Edenmore projects that, they went home before me. I go home, they driving 2 matching 300E Mercedes-Benz with BBSs and 3 gold emblems on the back trunk with the crazy grill. And I said, oh, man, what y'all doing? They said, man, this crack is the move. And that's how I got in it. But let me ride back to Keefe D real quick. My bag.
But inside the lobby, a fight broke out. Davis's nephew was jumped by Tupac and Suge Knight.
Some 11A East Coasters came in there. Like, Keefe D, they just jumped on Lane. Like, who? They said, the Death Row, Tupac them. You gotta be.
In his book, Davis wrote, "We couldn't let no record company studio gangsters do us like that." Davis recalls looking for those responsible for his nephew's beating and began searching the Strip. Hours later, they came face to face with Tupac and Suge Knight at a stoplight near Flamingo Road and Cobalt Lane. Davis recalled Tupac was waving to his fans. He writes that Tupac reached for a weapon, quote, "Pac pulled out a strap and that's when the fireworks started." Suge Knight survived, but Tupac Shakur died 6 days later.
Hold up, they said that Pac pulled out a strap. I didn't hear that one. Did they find the strap at the scene in the car with Tupac and Suge Knight the night that he was gunned down? Somebody put it in the comments.
In 2008, Keefe D gave statements to police under a promise of immunity, but that didn't stop him from telling the public what he remembers from the shooting.
Seen all on the news. Like, damn, I got away.
Prosecutors said
You heard that? Damn, I got away. This is how you talk yourself into a crime.
media interviews in his 2019 tell-all book revealed more about what he knew about Tupac's killing. In July 2023, police raided his Henderson home, and by September, he was in handcuffs in connection to the 1996 killing.
Well, I know there's been many people who did not believe that the murder of Tupac Shakur was important to this police department. I'm here to tell you that was simply not the case.
Since his arrest, he has gone through a jailhouse fight and 3 different attorneys leading up to the trial. Defense attorney Michael Samth says he's confident in this case.
We have to leave that up to a jury. They have to make that final call. I'm just, with regards to the preparation of the case, we're very confident in the case.
Now, nearly 30 years after those fateful gunshots on the Las Vegas Strip, a jury will finally decide if Keefe D was the mastermind behind the murder of a music legend.
So that's where we at, right? So what do you think is going to happen with that? But I want y'all to understand that this dude actually did an interview, with this young lady where she was asking him questions, and he was actually answering the questions on a jailhouse call a couple of hours before he go to trial for murder. Look.
I just told him 10 things in my life, and I gave him some pictures. He did research and stuff like that. Him and my lawyer did that book. My lawyer did.
Listen to this.
Well, you've been in custody since 2023. Your trial's coming up in a few days. How are you holding up?
I'm doing good.
He look nervous.
Best I can. Yep. So how you doing?
Getting ready for the trial as well. So I read your book, Compton Street Legend, that you co-authored. Why did you feel the need to tell your story? And when you wrote it, did you ever imagine the situation you'd be in now?
I didn't write that book. I just told him 10 things in my life, and I gave him some pictures. He did research and stuff like that. Him and my lawyer did that book. My lawyer died, and I just went on to sign on to it with him. I never read it or nothing.
Do you hear this now? He's blaming on his lawyer. His lawyer did it. His lawyer's dead. Dead man can't tell no tales. So this is what's going on. But what I don't understand is Keefe D is actually giving up his whole defense strategy on a jailhouse call hours before the trial begins. Somebody make this make sense.
You were never handed a manuscript to sign off on?
I never read the book or nothing. I it was already, and him and my lawyer was doing. His name was Dwayne Higgins, and he passed water in his yard.
Hmm.
And they was friends, and he got in contact with me. Then I was assigned on to him. He gave me like 10 pictures, told me like 10 things that happened in my life, and he added all the adverbs and stuff like that. He did that. He did the thing on research. So yeah, I never I didn't write that book.
Well, I did read.
Now he didn't write that book. But wasn't he on interviews bragging about how he wrote the book? And if you want to know the real what happened to Tupac Shakur, go pick up the book, Compton Street Legend. Somebody put in the comments and let me know.
It mentions some interactions you had with Tupac Shakur. How would you describe your relationship with Tupac before September 1996?
I prefer not to talk about that stuff. I would like to send how my family is in danger and stuff like that, and how I wasn't even in Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't in Vegas when this stuff happened.
Now, hold on. Hasn't he been talking for 30 years that was in the car when this whole took place, and now he's saying he wasn't even in Vegas, but he's saying he was in the car? Do you think that Keefe D could produce a good enough alibi that would substantiate that he wasn't in the car and he wasn't in Vegas after all the interviews he's been doing? Somebody put it in the comments.
Get out of trouble.
So you were not in Las Vegas, you're saying September 7, 1996?
No, I wasn't. They can't prove I was in Las Vegas. I wasn't in Las Vegas.
Hmm.
And my family in real danger. They got like 2 witnesses that's some dangerous dudes. Like they said, my son put out a hit on one of them. His name is Dante Lee.
Yo, and he's still in jail, not only doing interviews, but calling out names. Dante Lee? We didn't need that piece of information, Mr. D.
He the one real dangerous. He killed 3 guys out there in La Mirada, California.
So he's telling them to go look into the murders in La Mirada, California, that this brother allegedly committed. Somebody put that in the comments. What do you call that? I don't want to put a label on it. Y'all put a label on what this is right here. Listen carefully. Isn't this what got him in this situation?
Okay.
And he said my son put out a hit on him. I wouldn't want my son nowhere near him because he get to kill people for free.
Do you hear this? He's talking about a man kill people. Somebody let me know. I'm not picking sides. I'm just reporting, but y'all put it in the comments. Y'all pick the sides.
Get out of jail for free, you know what I'm saying? And, they gave him $5,000. Well, we just played them out of $5,000. He's wrong, He's wrong.
And you not wrong
And
for
then
telling.
that Reggie Wright Jr., he's threatening my son on the internet. The last few days, he didn't threaten him on the internet. And it's wrong. It's wrong.
Could you describe back in the 90s the tension between the Southside Crips and Death Row Records?
There wasn't no tension between us and never because maybe about 2 weeks before that September, in August 96, we was at the House of Blues, and they had a concert with the Loonies. Suge, Tupac, and Snoop pulled up in some Rolls Royces. And they came and said, what's going on here? I said, the concert over with. And he said, let's go up to Paradise. And we got up there on Santa Monica and hired right there in Hancock District in LA. We was never at odds with each other. Me and him as friends we've been knowing each other since we was 8 years old. I played football with him, and his daddy and uncles was our coach.
Somebody put in the comments if this is true, because I heard the opposite. But, I was in prison serving 26 years. My name is Unique Mecca Audio. I'm just reporting, trying to prevent the youth from going down the path that I went down. But while I was in prison, I heard that they was beefing, and it was, You know, like, they was a stronghold. Somebody, I don't know, man. Put it in the comments.
Was never at all with him.
I do want to mention, you had said that you were not in Vegas the night that Tupac died when there was the Mike Tyson fight. Again, I read your this book, every single page. You included a picture of your sister and yourself at the fight.
That wasn't no fight. Why would I wear an overcoat in September? That's what, I had no fight. Why would I wear?
Look how he's defending his case in an interview and getting ready to sit in front of a jury of 12.
Overcoat and a hat. I had a suit on and an overcoat. That was a New Year's party. That was a New Year's party.
So it says over here, me and my sister at the fight.
I didn't author that book. That dude just put that stuff in there. He ain't had no fight. September the 7th, it'll be 115 degrees. What I want to wear a suit with an overcoat on and a hat. Don't make sense.
So I
Go
read.
back and look at the degrees that September. You think I'll wear that in September 7th? Come on now. A suit.
He's defending that, but I got to speak on that. Right, we're going to take a ride. I remember it was 1988, right? I think they say they talking about 87. 1988, NWA came to the Apollo Theater. Anybody from New York City, you remember this, you put it in the comments. They came to New York City and they got booed. They got booed in New York, NWA. I didn't pick sides. I wanted to hear the music because I had the cassette and the beat. It was the hottest group out at that time. And Rakim was the solo single artist of that time, followed by Big Daddy Kane. But NWA was there, and when they came out, they wore, and this is why they got booed, they wore big parkas, you know, those big winter jackets. This is in the summer, like August. And they came on stage wearing long parka winter jackets that you wear in 20 below zero in August at the Apollo. And then they had on some Lee jeans, no disrespect to them, was tighter than the skinny jeans they wearing now. And they was high waters. And we felt like they was making fun of us the way we dressed, because they had the black sweatshirt on, they had the jeans, and they had the parkas that we wear when we hustling on the block, selling them things, little valves, you know, all night and all day out in the cold. So we had to have the parka. So when we saw them come out with that, we started throwing boots, shoes, anything we could think of on stage. And the person that squashed that and made New York listen was Ice Cube. They turned off all the lights in the joint. And then they started flashing lights on the stage. And on the stage, they had, what were those grave sites? They had a bunch of tombs, you know, tombstones on it. And it was flashing the light from pitch black to showing this stone. And then they turned all the lights out. And all you heard was, F you, Ice Cube. And, oh, what? F you, Ice Cube. So now the whole Apollo Theater is yelling, F you, Ice Cube. And then the spotlight came on, and it was Ice Cube standing in the middle of the stage between the tombstones, and he dropped that joint. Hickory dickory dock. Oh my God, New York lost their mind. That's when we forgot about the coats and everything. But I was riding into that because he just said, why would I wear such and such at such and such a time? Why did they wear parkas in August? Just asking the question.
With an overcoat on and a hat. That was at a New Year's Eve party. And you see Orlando, he got the same floor.
Yep.
He had on September, he had on a Dan Marino jacket. Dan Marino shirt that night in September, didn't he?
You're saying that
Raise it up again. Show me again.
He defended his case.
Do that look like a Dan Marino shirt? Come on now. Think about it.
And what's the point?
Change that quick. He can change up that quick.
why was this picture included in the book soon after your description.
I did not write that book. A ghostwriter wrote that. He just put that on there.
And he
I did
never
not
ran
write that
anything
book.
by you.
You think I would run, wear a suit, a two-piece suit with an overcoat on? Come on now, cashmere overcoat.
Well,
Orlando can change his clothes that quick.
I watched some of your other interviews. You came out with a few. There was a Vlad TV interview as well.
They paid me money to say that stuff. Pay me money to say that stuff.
But did they tell you to say that stuff? That's going to be the question on the stand. Mr. Keefe D, did Vlad pay you to say what you said, or did he just pay you money to do an interview and you answered the questions the way you chose to answer it? And then he's going to say, oh, no, I answered it like that because I know that he wanted to hear this and he wanted to hear that because it's good for his viewers and da-da-da-da, and he's paying me. But did he tell you to say that? No, he didn't tell me to say it. Then why did you say it? And then it goes back to the police that had the queen for a day with him and all that. This is going to be so outlandish. Just check this out.
You were publicizing the book. Were you publicizing it knowing that you didn't write it?
I was just trying to make my family some money. That's all it is. But you get where I'm coming from? Why would I wear a suit with an overcoat on and a hat September the 7th? Come on now. Think about it. Orlando.
In other words, he's saying like, you know, like a female would say, why would I be wearing white shoes after Labor Day?
He can change clothes that quick. He can change clothes that quick. Honestly. You think he's a magic man? He got the clothes in the lobby. He can change up clothes that quick. Orlando was a kid, and that picture was 2 years later. That was on a New Year's Eve party.
See, all these answers are supposed to be saved for when the trial begins, but instead he's screwing himself once again. And he keeps talking about the book. Let me take this ride. Let me explain to y'all about this book, right? The book is just a vehicle to bring it into court. Now, the rest of the car is the Vlad interview or the dialogue interview, the jumper, the whoever interview he did. Those are the ingredients to bake his cake and fry his, just so you understand. But he keep talking about the book. See, they got him focusing on the book, and he forgetting about all these interviews he did. Remember, he just filed a motion trying to get them not to let them play the actual video, audio from the tape, because he don't want the jury to hear him actually say it. They'll rather the jury read the words than hear the words coming out of Keefe D mouth. Great tragedy, but now that's what you should be talking about. The book is, okay, yeah, you're saying somebody else wrote it. But didn't you go on one of these platforms or a couple of these platforms bragging that you wrote it? Somebody put in the comments if I'm wrong. I don't know, I need some help and clarification.
I did not write the book. That's going to show you that I didn't write the book. Why would I have on a suit? You know what I'm saying? I did not write that book.
But the book has been a center of discussion in prior court proceedings, and it seems like it may be brought up in trial. Your name's also associated with it on the front cover.
Okay. One more time?
I said that the book has been brought up in prior court hearings, and it could be brought up in court as well. Your name is on the front cover. So why not stop the book from being published if you knew it was going to be published, if you didn't write it?
I didn't know that. I never read it. I didn't know that book was going to be published. They gave me money. I just did for money. That's going to prove that I wasn't in, that wasn't no fake. Why would I, September the 7th, you know what I'm saying? Why would I wear a suit, overcoat, and a hat? And you can check out, it was 100-something, probably 100-something degrees on September the 7th. Just think about it. Why would I wear that? Orlando, he's a magician or something. He can change his clothes that quick. Come on now.
So if you
That
didn't,
was on New Year's Eve.
if you
That was a
weren't,
New Year's Eve party, and we're going to have somebody come and tell you that was a New Year's Eve party. That wasn't at no fight.
if you weren't there that night, how did you know the details to write about in
I
this
did
book?
not write that
Or
book.
where did
Okay.
these
You
vivid
ask,
details
if you
come?
ask me one more time about on the end of the interview, I swear.
Okay.
You ask me one more time.
Hmm.
I'm here
If-
to. We're not here
That's
to.
what you should have told Vlad when he asked you these questions. Now, after the fact, you want to be intelligent. Hold up. Somebody put in the comments, was he right or wrong for telling you that? What did she ask him? We got to hear that one more time, man. What did she ask him?
Where's that? Orlando, he's a magician or something. He can change his clothes that quick. Come on now.
So if you
That
didn't,
was on New Year's Eve.
if you
That was a
weren't,
New Year's Eve party, and we're going to have somebody come
Listen,
tell you
listen.
that was a New Year's Eve party. That wasn't at no fight.
if you weren't there that night, how did you know the details to write about in
I
this
did
book?
not write that
Or
book.
where did
Okay?
these
You
vivid
ask
details
me
come?
one more time about on the end of the interview, I swear.
Okay.
You ask me one more time.
Yo, screw the book, Keefe D. What about the interviews? What about the interviews? Forget the book. Okay, you saying you didn't write the book, got that. But what about the interviews where the same words that was in the book came out of your mouth in an interview? Did anybody else hear that, or was that just me? Somebody put it in the comments. Let me know what's going on, man.
We're not here to talk about that book. I'm here to tell you how my family's life's in danger. I'm here to tell you about there's a bunch of lies going on. I'm not here to talk about that book. It's like a gag order on that type of stuff anyway. You know what I'm saying? So.
A lot of the stuff that's been a judge ruled that the 2008 police interview can be used against you. I noticed in court you were very upset when that judge denied your defense's motion. What was your reaction? What was going through your head a couple of weeks ago in court?
What's going through my head?
Yeah.
She acted like she was there. She wasn't there. She acted like she was there. She was in junior high school or something. She wasn't there. She was in like high school. You know?
Do you regret giving that 2008 interview?
What's that?
Do you regret giving that 2008 interview to police?
You know, to me, I'd save 48 people from being federated. They was going to give her like 700, 800 years. And my lawyer gave me a script to read. He said, this is the only way you're going home. And I just came back and read the script. And he told me we practiced that stuff before they even came to his office. And she said, the judge said that was at a federal building. That wasn't at no federal building. That was at the lawyer's office. They act like they know everything. They don't know nothing. They wasn't there.
And you didn't know.
Now, the lawyer gave him a script to read and told him only way he's going to get out this situation is if he read the script and his lawyer is deceased. So now, put it on the dead man. Okay. Dead man tell no tales.
The judge wasn't there. The DA wasn't there. They act like they know everything. They wasn't there. It was at a lawyer's office. That was at a federal building, so that's covered. No, it wasn't at no federal building. It was at my lawyer's office.
And you didn't know that interview was going to be recorded?
Not at all. They don't record. They do not record. It's the 302, and that dude did that just to make money. My lawyer, they gave me 2 months to come back with my decision. It was going to take 40-something people to jail. And he said, this is the only way you're going home. He gave me a script to read, and I just came and read that script. So that's what happened.
Hold up. So do you hear this? He's saying it's either he go to jail. I mean, either these 47 people go to jail and he go to jail. And only way for him to get out is to read a script. Do you consider that telling? Somebody put that in the comments. They told him, if you don't read this script, you're going to jail. Whatever happened to screw you, I'm taking it to trial. Because here it is, 30 years later, he's going to trial. Somebody put it in the comments and help me make sense of this.
Happened. Then she said it was at a federal building. That's why it's covered, baby. It wasn't at no federal building. It was at my lawyer's office.
You were.
It don't matter where. Did you say that or not, Keefe D?
Like she was there. She wasn't there. Giacomo wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? And another thing, this place is Jim Crow. they don't have no black people that work at the DA's office. Vegas is a monopoly of people. You got blacks, Hispanics, whites. They got Mormons. They got Filipino. The DA office consists of that type of atmosphere. It should be, but it's all whites. It's no, and they using what's the name? That Indian man that's blackface. They're using him as blackface. You know what I'm saying? It should be a makeup of the people that the community is, but it's all white people. You know what I'm saying? This stuff out here is Jim Crow, and it's crazy.
You were promised, you gave that 2008 interview, you were promised immunity. Were you under the impression that that would also protect you?
I'm not should be not talking about that. I told you, you know what I'm saying?
You should have said that when Vlad asked you these questions instead of trying to blame it on Vlad and calling Vlad a rat because you wanted to answer the questions, and now you realize that if you answer certain questions, it'll dig you deeper in the grave that you began digging for over 30 years.
I wish you could have came and did it face-to-face meeting like the other lady did.
Would you have still answered my questions if I was there face-to-face?
There you go.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is the best we could do at this moment before.
But like I say, they don't have no black people in there. No blacks. They don't got no Hispanics, no Filipinos. It's all white people. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, hold on. That makes no difference, Keefe. I did 26 years in federal prison and about 5 or 6 in the state. And I'm telling you now, when you're talking about the prison system and you have your own kind in there, like the black people he's saying they don't have, they treat you worse than the white people that run the prison. They make it where I watch dudes running to the white officers and staff to complain about the black staff more than they complain about the white staff. And he's asking about having blacks. Do you know they would fry your black if they was down there with you? That would be just to prove a point that, they're against you. Come on, Keefe. But he trying.
And I'm not going to get a fair trial because the DA, every time I go to court, he goes out in front of the thing and do his little speeches. He's tainting the jury pool, and it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's wrong.
Life is wrong, Keefe.
I'm not worried.
You're not worried.
Whatever,
okay.
the Lord got my back. I survived cancer and all that type of stuff, and I survived the streets. And the Lord got my back.
Then you survive this prison.
I'm not worried about it. And that picture was January 1st, 1998.
Oh, now it's January.
At the Sheraton Hotel.
Okay, another picture.
Why would I wear a overcoat with a suit in September in Las Vegas?
Same picture.
So your trial starts Monday here in Las Vegas, miles away from where Tupac was shot. What do you want the jury to know about you before they walk into that courtroom?
That I didn't do it and I'm an innocent man. And my nephew didn't do it either. He was at the hospital when they pulled up.
See, he just thought about it and said, damn, if I'm saying I didn't do it and I didn't say my nephew, I've been saying my nephew did it, but now I'm saying that I'm doing it because they told me to read a script in order to get the 48 people from getting indicted and going to jail and to prevent me from going to jail. So let me throw it up there. My nephew ain't doing it now either. But wasn't he bragging that his nephew did it? Somebody put in the comments and help me. I need help.
My nephew was at the hospital when they pulled up. He didn't do it. They gave me a script to read in order to go home. My lawyer said, this is the only way you're going home. And when they came in that building that morning, I had been there an hour there rehearsing what to say to go home. They said, they don't want you, they want Buff Daddy. So he gave me a script to read, and he gave me a code word to say to them when they came in.
So does that mean that he agreed to be a rat bastard and cooperate against Puff Daddy so he could go But it sounds like he don't think that's telling. Do you, the viewers, feel that's telling? Put it in the comments and let me know.
And I said the cold word, letting them know that I was down with it. And they already were pre-planning this stuff because they had his murder book there, Tupac's murder book there. All was framed and set up.
Puffy's name is mentioned
They let a guy kill 3 people at a Lamarado Mall. I mean, at a Starbucks. Put him in the trunk. Then he came and brought drugs for me. You know what I'm saying? They let him go. His name Devontae Lee. They let him go. You know what I'm saying? 3 people.
Well, we only have a...
So what's the point? And why you now throwing his name out there? Didn't Keefe say he from the street, so shouldn't that be dealt with and handled on the street regardless if he's trapped behind the Emily wall? That means he's still who he is no matter where they put him.
A few minutes
He
left.
buy drugs from me. He's supposed to be one of their star witnesses. And it's wrong.
Mr. Davis, Puffy's name is brought up a lot through the book. Can you talk to me about the relationship between Puffy and Tupac back in the day?
I don't really know. I wasn't there. You know?
That's what you just said for 90% of the
My lawyer
questions.
gave me a script that he said this, you can save all your friends and your family. And I came and read that
And
script to
yourself.
them in 2008. After they left, he high-fived me and everything. I told you, big dog. You know, and they knew, that lawyer knew me, because they came in my garage one morning, that morning, and said, if you hire Edie Fall, then we got to take you to jail. They told me what lawyer to hire and everything. Dude had a motive to make money this whole time. His name Greg Caden. He had a motive to make money the whole time.
Did that really anger you when you found out that the recording you gave has been released and Detective Kading has been broadcasting about it?
Yeah. He put my life in danger. Put my whole family's life in danger.
Why? Because he
And they came
exposed?
and asked me, do I want to be in a witness protection program? I'm like, no, you know. They like protect your family at all causes.
After this is all over, how would you want to be remembered?
As a good man and a good father. And, you know, and it's wrong, you know what I'm saying? They got an innocent man in jail. All they had to do was just put a lie detector on me, and I would have passed with flying colors. I ain't killed nobody. My nephew ain't killed nobody. They had a script already ready, you know what I'm saying? And that guy, he's the worstest person on earth. Go around, kill people. The guy, Devontae Lee, he can go around, kill people.
Still talk about Devontae.
You know what I'm saying? Then they said my son put a hit out on him and $5,000. My son can't put a hit out on a goldfish. And it's wrong. They gave him $5,000 to move. My son ain't going near nobody that's going to kill somebody and get away with it for free.
If you're saying that you didn't do it, Orlando didn't do it, who did it?
To me, I think Reggie Wright did it because
Now he's throwing
he
Reggie
on
Wright
all
under
them
the bus.
lies. He get on the internet and just go crazy every day. What? I set Keefe D up. I set him up. Stuff like that. Then he told my son threatened his life. And he said, yo, daddy, you know how my trigger finger is? So that's why he's suffering from COVID right now. He came and wiped his butt. You know what I'm saying? He came and feed himself. That's why he's suffering from COVID right now. I survived cancer. If I was a bad person, the Lord would have took me out. You know what I'm saying? The Lord would have took me out. I'm not worried about these people because I understand through God's hands. I understand tall through it all. You know what I'm saying?
We've got 3 minutes left. It's going to be 30 years since Tupac Shakur was murdered here in Las Vegas. Does his family deserve the truth?
Yeah. Yeah, his family do. And it's going to come out. And the interviews, I was paid to say that stuff.
You're saying the truth will come out in trial?
Yeah. Not trial. It's going to come out once it, if I lose, I'm going to send my stuff to to a bigger court.
So you plan on fighting this till the very, very end?
To the very, very end. And I feel I'm going to win because they don't have no evidence. They don't came. I wasn't even in Las Vegas. So I'm not worried about them.
Is Keefe D missing the point that he is the biggest evidence? Do y'all believe that Keefe D is the biggest evidence? Put it in the comments, because I don't understand how this seems to be eluding him.
Mark Giacomo, he can say all that stuff he want. All he do is tell lies. Just like last week, Agent Tolliver, ain't a such agent, ain't a such person. Agent Tolliver, Agent Tolliver. I ain't never heard of no Agent Tolliver. You know, FBI agent ain't no Tolliver. He just says he do a lot. He tell a lot of lies. They using that Indian man that like he's black face. You're not black. He's a gang expert and a hip hop expert. He's an Indian. He's not black. They using him as blackface, and it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? The DA office should be made up of the community. They should have some blacks in there. They should have some Latinos. They should.
That wouldn't make it any better for you, Keefe. You talked yourself into the suit you're wearing.
Got some Filipinos. You know what I'm saying? They don't. All they got is.
He wants some Filipinos.
You know what I'm saying? And it's wrong.
So are you saying that you're being targeted?
Just like January 2024, he get on the front of the newspaper, in front of the TV, the rest of the year. Steve Wolfson, the rest of the year. He's taking the jury pool. You know what I'm saying? And it's wrong.
Well, we got 1 minute left. Anything else that you want to add, Mr. Davis?
No, but I'm an innocent man, and the Lord gonna set me free. Yeah. Like that Devontae Lee.
Still Devontae.
He's scum of the earth. He
You don't like
people.
him.
He go around snitching on people, setting people up and stuff like that. Then he plays them out of $5,000. You know what I'm saying? You heard him the other day. He get on TV and do an interview. What's the man? The Indian man. I asked him his name before. I ain't got to tell you, young man. Sir, I ain't got to tell you. That's not professional. You know what I'm saying? All I asked him was his name.
Do you want to do you plan on testifying? Do you want
If I have to, I will. Yeah.
All right, we got 9 seconds left.
Man. That's all I can tell you. I'm an innocent man, and the Lord will set me free. And if I don't win in this court, I will win at the next level.
It is. So that's where we at right now. So somebody help me understand what's going on with this. You heard Dwayne Keefe D tell you his spill after we watched him on interviews for 30 years. And yo, but I'm going to show you why I do what I do, man, because we really need to get the brother. Let's just get right into this.
Hey, what's going on, man? Murder Move, Harlem, you know what it is, man. I just want to express how much gratitude I got for Unique. You know what I mean? I was telling him a story, telling him how I felt about, if anything was to go wrong with my career, rap-wise, if, should be slow, and I got so many opportunities to be able to do the wrong shit. When I watch Unique Mecca Audio, I feel it, and to my soul, and that's keeping me farthest away from doing anything criminal. Anything criminal. He made me think straight, honestly. Made me think straight, because I've been watching him for about a year now, maybe. And it just took my mind way off of that. From a year ago, it got rough. For a year ago,
Yeah.
and from watching this man, I just felt like you saved me. You saved me. And I just want to show my gratitude, and I want to say thank you, man. Unique Mecca Audio, anything you need, brother, from me.
All right.
Anything you need, man.
All right.
Here with the OGs, you already know. Unique Mecca Audio. If you ain't tapped into Unique Mecca Audio, I don't know what you tapped into. I'm talking about real streets. I'm talking about real entertainment. I'm talking about real YouTubing, real getting to that bag. But I'm talking about a real OG that changed their life, yo. I changed my life the same way. And real OGs like that push me further to change my life. You hear me? Come look. Look what's going on out here. This Harlem. I'm a Brooklyn boy. So I only tap in with OGs like Mecca, man. Because I'm telling you, if you're not tapped into Unique Mecca Audio, I don't know what you're doing, man. Show them the scene, OG. They playing themselves. Congratulations, you played yourself.
Hi, I watch Unique Mecca's YouTube, and it's amazing. Like, his whole story is so nostalgic. It's so like Harlem. It's so like 1980s. It's so 1999. I've been watching his channel for about 2 years, and it's very informative and it's real. You know, you don't really get the real deal from everybody, but with him, you definitely gonna get the whole real story. This is a Harlem legend, kingpin, legendary. I'm so happy to just even meet him and be in his presence. Like, his channel is very informal, and if you subscribe, you're gonna be just like me, a fan.
All right.
I'm like, oh my God, is that him? I'm all fanned out. Like, you know, it was such an experience getting the chance to meet him and, you know, being a fan of his YouTube channel and just following him for the last 2 years and knowing his story and seeing his interviews. And I support him 1000%. And I'm subscribed to his YouTube. You should go and subscribe as well. Amazing.
What you got from the channel?
History, how hard it is to be in jail, the right and wrong moves to make when you outside, how one wrong move will cost you a whole lot, to be better, to do better, a lot of stuff. You'll get a lot of stuff from his channel. You know, it's very informal, and you know, whatever that means to you, you'll definitely take a piece with you. Like, this is a good YouTube channel, honestly.
Tell them who you on, where they can
What's going on, people? What's going on, man? You got your boy Lodestone out here in Harlem. I'm from the BX. I'm with Unique Mecca Audio. You know what I'm saying? It's a good vibe with the OG. I advise everybody, if you want to hear real spill, real shit, no cap, tune in. Tune in and hear what the OG got to say, man. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna give you all the truth, man. He gonna give you that real shit, man.
Let's go. Hey, yo, tune in to Mecca Audio, man. Unique, man. Listen, man. I'm a young OG. I knew him since I was young. I used to be in Mecca Audio Studios. Great, man. I'm Ra from Tupac Me Against the World album. You can check my credentials. This is a good man, real man. Mecca Audio. I've been on this, man, since I was a little young lad, man. Before Tupac album, before I even did the outlaw shit and all that, man. Holla at me, man. And tune in to Mecca Audio Unique, man. Holla at us, man.
What's good, y'all? This New York Chuck. Yeah, and this Erupt One. Yo, you know, we just here, we out here in Harlem, you know what I'm saying? We out here, you know, Rock birthday party. You know, but this party right here brought out a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? And one of the people that this party brought out was like a cornerstone in Harlem, like, you know, I'm talking about with the music, getting money, doing all, and, you know, actually, like a lot of us, we took a page out of his book, you know, to get where we became in life, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna shout my guy out. Shout out to Unique Mecca Audio. You know what I'm saying? He bring y'all real street knowledge. He got all the gangsters on his pod. We Harlem, we the streets. You know what I'm saying? Tune in to Mecca Audio TV, man.
No
on
doubt,
YouTube.
no doubt.
On God, yo. One love for Unique, man. We love
Shout
you,
out
bro.
to Harlem. Shout out to Jersey.
I just want to give a shout out to Unique Mecca Audio. He is so dope. I had the experience of actually meeting him in person. I've been a fan for 2 years, watching his story and watching his videos on YouTube. He is the bomb.com. Harlem legendary kingpin, real official. As soon as I sat down by him, I knew like it was like a different energy, a different vibe. But then once I hear his voice, I'm like, oh my God, is that him? I'm all fanned out. Like, you know, it was such an experience getting the chance to meet him and, you know, being a fan of his YouTube channel and just following him for the last 2 years and knowing his story and seeing his interviews. And I support him 1,000%. And I'm subscribed to his YouTube. You should go and subscribe as well. Amazing, amazing.
Tune into Unique Mecca Audio.
Rest in peace to Rudy Williams.
Unique Mecca Audio, man.
Out here, my man Prince.
Big shout out to Prince.
Unique. A whole bunch of others.
Thank everybody for the love.
For anybody that want to know what it's like to be in prison, never been in prison, tune into Unique Mecca Audio.
It's thorough.
We got this real story.
Ain't no question. All right. His energy is profit.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
What?
Fresh out the can of 26, yeah. He back on the strip, getting back in the mix. Yeah. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Real. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Yeah. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops. Mecca Audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. They be whoring uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend an ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours, so we can give back.